we think of Tottenham?
Shit.
What do we think of shit?
Tottenham.
Thank you very much.
That's all right. We are Tottenham. We ain't Tottenham.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Strictly Banter podcast. Chooks is here, Orlando's here. How's you guys' week, man?
Hey, man. I won't say anything. Orlando, how's your weekend?
How's your week?
It was great.
It was great.
My team won this weekend.
No, we're all looking pretty stylish.
We're all looking nice.
We're all looking pretty stylish. I'm wearing Chelsea. What was this, like 3 seasons ago? What year was that? Arsenal
2017.
2017. What's this garb?
This the new one.
If you didn't listen, or if you don't know about last week, we had a friendly bet for the NLD. Whoever lost in the North London Derby had to, wear this.
Mind you two picked Spurs to win.
I did. I said 3-2.
3-2. Someone was smiling, kicking out here, thinking it was gonna be sweet.
But you also understand, I have no horse in this race. I don't care. Either way, Banter will prevail, and that's all that mattered to me.
All I know is knocking go from
no, that
Swag.
knocking go swag.
Hey, Swag FC.
Man, you know what? Let's even start with soccer today. We might as well start. Premier League Week 6 Roundup. Tottenham gets plowed in the NLD. What's up? Who's going first?
We got nothing to say.
What do you mean? Who's we?
We won. We
Who
won.
is we?
We won.
Who is we?
Hey, man, all I'm gonna say is all I heard last week was it's just Burnley, it's just Norwich, and we go in there and we score more goals than we scored the whole season. We go in there and I said I need a confident display, and what does my manager go and do? And mind you, I'll say this.
Can you remind me who your manager is?
I'll say this. We slander him when he does bad, but on Sunday, bro, he could do no wrong. Selection,
Mm-hmm.
the style of football.
Arteta ball, that's what they call it apparently.
Bro, that was Wenger ball.
That
That second
ball.
goal,
Okay.
bro, the second goal is Wenger ball. One touch, then the road runner runs. Whoever has speed just runs. Then when he gets to the striker, is one touch. Do you know that is advance? Give me, I give you. That give me, then I go give you later. I'll not be now. Ha! Nah, bro.
Knocking ball.
It was a complete game except for Son scoring.
I mean, that was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. In my opinion, I knew it wouldn't end 3-0.
I wanted a clean
like
sheet.
Son, no matter what the score was, he was trying, which I'll give him that. Let's actually analyze his game. Okay, so I had Tottenham winning 3-2 off the strength of on the pitch. They have the best 2 players on the pitch, guaranteed. Son and Kane are better than anybody that Arsenal ever offered, at least in the last 10 years. No offense. Look, that's all banter aside. You guys have not had a better player than Son and Kane the last 10 years. Ozil?
Bro, no one has said anything.
Look, it's the producer over here looking at me like I'm crazy.
I mean, you're capping, bro. I'm not
lying. I'm not lying. That's just the truth. I mean, the past decade they've had better players than you guys.
Past decade, collectively.
I mean, Modric, Bale.
Bro, they only stayed. Modric only stayed in Tottenham for just one season.
He stayed for 2 seasons because
the guy came there for a cameo. Stanley settings. Bro, he was in Tottenham. That's literally Stanley settings, bro. He was
there for 2 seasons. I remember
Orlando, what was Modric's number? He doesn't even know. Bro, the guy was there.
This is your jersey now. This is your jersey.
Modric wasn't there for long. Bill, I'll say Bill. But we also have Fabregas last decade. If you want to say player, we have Fabregas last decade. Bro, Ozil is better than.
Not better than who? Better than who?
Bro, Prime Ozil is better than Son. Bro, Son only plays well when he has
in Real, yeah. In Real, yeah.
Bro,
not in Arsenal.
Prime Ozil is better than Son.
In Real, yeah.
What did Oba do his first full season? Golden Boot.
First full season. What about since then?
Bro, he didn't play with fans last season. You see him with fans now.
Streets are saying the only thing that Oba offers is his car.
That's fine.
That is Babmobile.
Ask him about the celebration.
In front of our goat. You know what I'm saying? In front of our goat.
Henry, bro. All I'll say is, yeah, okay, you can say Son, Kane advantage, but collectively, I said it last week. You guys are like, oh, Eric, bro, you said you take Eric Dyer and Davison Sanchez over Gabriel.
Yeah, he was forced that.
Over Gabriel and Ben White.
I said Gabriel. I said Gabriel and Dyer.
Bro,
but now
see
Benny Blanco.
Nah,
He may be a top 5 center back in the world.
Hey, calm down. The thing is, I
let me get that off.
I don't even want to. I don't want to talk about my team now. I want to talk about Spurs.
Let's talk about Spurs,
Bro. All I saw that game was a group of guys who don't deserve to be on the pitch. And if you've taken the manual out of Arsenal's like decline, but you guys are doing the exact same thing, the exact same way, and you people don't even have money. And you don't even have prestige.
And the one way they could have got money, he was running around there just getting cardio.
Bro. And like, I know it's bad timing. Like, you move into your new stadium, COVID. So all the potential money you could have made, is gone. You fire the best manager you guys have had in a long time, Poch, get Mourinho, which was a downgrade. Then you now downgrade some more and get his little brother, Nuno. And it's like, they complain about the same things.
Great value move.
Bro, look at Ali and...
No. You know what's so crazy? I just remembered this. Remember Tottenham, Daniel Levy was saying the next manager we're going to get is going to be playing free-flowing football.
The only thing free-flowing is tears. The only thing that's free-flowing is tears, bro. Because, like, I was watching that game and I'm like, one thing I hate, and, like, that's what really killed Ozil's last career with, in Arsenal is Ndombele and Ali don't want to go get the ball. Like, they're so lazy when they don't have the ball. They don't hustle. They don't want to go receive the ball. They just want it to fit. And then, Ndombele will do 2-3 skills and he hasn't moved.
No, 2-3 skills and then just end up going backwards at the end of the
Ali
game.
is bad.
No, Smelly Ali.
Nah, he is bad.
No,
Don Bom is bad. Free Jaffers, bro. Bring him. He's only 4 miles away. He can trek. Run him down.
I'm not gonna lie, that's probably still an hour destination in London. That 4 miles.
All right, Orlando, give us.
We're not done. We're not done. So on top of all of that, you guys are down 1-0 pretty early on. My problem now became there was no drive with anybody. And this is the same team that came down 2-0 to Ajax in a game that was do or die. And Lucas Moura out of nowhere scores a hat trick. Like, literally out of it's not like the players don't have heart and want to win, but there's something different now. Ever since Mourinho got on that team, because you could say, oh yeah, Poch left because he lost the locker room. Obviously, they're gonna say you're losing the locker room when you lose. You never. If I'm winning and I'm a horrible manager, I'm never gonna hear I lost the locker room because we're winning.
Oli.
Bro, look, we're gonna talk about them too. Like, obviously, wins, put a band-aid on everything, but it just seems like there's an aura around the club that, unfortunately, firing Nuno won't change anything. I don't even think getting rid of all those trash players that you guys still have will get rid of it. There's an aura around the club that needs to change, and I don't even know where to start.
I mean, before Orlando goes, I don't think it's changing. Like, you don't need to, they don't have the money. It's like us.
They do have the money.
To overhaul. Except he's coming out from his paycheck.
Bro, they have the money.
They don't have the money to overhaul.
He's just wearing number 10 on the field. They have the money.
And that's really like looking. If Levy can look back at it, like keeping Kane is looking like a very bad investment.
Look.
So far,
I
maybe
agree.
it might change, but it's like players like Ndombele and Dele Alli, bro. What's the guy? Brian Gill.
Brian O'Messi.
Bro, he played better than anybody. Like, because it was his hustle that got Son to go.
Oliver Skip, him too,
and Oliver Skip
29.
Then you guys are down 3-0 halftime. He takes off Jaffet. Like, why?
He took off Jaffet and put on Emerson Present.
Say Emerson Peasant. Not like I just think he's a bunch of smelly players.
It's almost like funny enough. Chooks was saying this earlier. This is a dialogue we're gonna have in the next 2 weeks. Not now, probably next 2 weeks, just when we have more time. But Leicester's completely in the mud. Like, it's really, really bad. And Chooks says they have bad players and bad coach. I said so. Everything is wrong.
Nah, they have. Bro, Spurs have. And, like, it's also another sad thing, too. Is like, bro, Nuno was, like, the 5th on the list of managers.
5th? He wasn't on the list.
Bro, the guy was trying to go to Crystal Palace, bro. Someone that Wolves sacked.
Bro,
and you bring him in, and then they won the first 3 games, and bro, it was like 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Eventually, because
and some of those 1-0s they.
And mind you, you guys don't have the same like. Sorry to leave this up, but United Ole has his tax where he just knows how to save his job. Then you now have Ronaldo tax
on top of
that can score
like 90 minutes stoppage time.
Bro, you are dealing with
I don't know if you guys play Smash Bros, but the higher your damage is, like the more damage you deal onto your opponent. And once it reaches 90 minutes, the chance of Ronaldo scoring a goal goes up by at least 3.
And then Ole saving his job too. Bro, you are dealing with 2 different kinds of tax.
They literally lost 3 out of 4. They were down to Villarreal that just lost. That was the reason they didn't get a cup. It was looked like Banter was ready, and somehow, some way,
drafts. Bro, drafts ready to send.
Drafts were deleted.
Some guys even press send the draft. So started tweeting their drafts early.
They had to delete it.
And then Ronaldo just. But like you guys don't have any of that. And the one player you have that can like, I'm saying Kane had like 3 chances that game where he should score. The one where like he tried to chip Ramsdale, the header and the shot. Like he has chances where you can see like, bro, that 150 on Laporte was looking like a sweet deal now.
150 on Laporte.
That 150 on Laporte.
Laporte that's starting for them right now.
That bro, if we kept saying, wow, why are we gonna sell him when we know his value? Value don't go down though.
Because I say. I don't think if they get him in January, if City goes from January,
nah, they're not gonna pay that much.
I'll be surprised if it's 80.
They won't pay that much.
I'll be surprised if it's 80. But it's okay, you can go now.
Yeah, y'all remember that video of that Indian dude from Chelsea that was like, there is no passion. I want to replicate it right now. Nah, seriously, like y'all remember last week I was like, we need some mental health doctors, like in the stadium.
Bro, go ask Tottenham for that. Weren't they doing NHS during COVID?
Yeah, literally.
Go ask them for the funds that they put in the medical for your mental health.
Nah, it's bad. Like it's one of those things where like you don't even know what to do, like, because it's just like it's so bad. Like Nuno should be fired, but like for what? We're gonna bring back Ryan Mason? Like there's no point.
Get Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. They literally, I read an article that it was like Harry Redknapp and and Jurgen Klinsmann, and I was like, nah, bro. Like
Klinsmann?
Like this is bad.
But
it's
like
bad.
all jokes aside, you guys could use like an interim like that nose perm. You know, like not Sam Allardyce, but someone of that pedigree. Like Harry Redknapp wouldn't be bad.
Another Mourinho.
Bro, Harry.
Bro, no, but I'm saying, bro, bro. Honestly, it's just like you guys too, bro. You people are playing prime haram ball. That's what Spurs need. That's what even Arsenal needs too.
But that's who their manager is supposed to be.
But they've
chopped 9 goals in 3 games.
If you guys are new to SB, haram ball is the kind of ball you play 9 defenders at the back and counter attack.
11 goalkeepers.
11 goalkeepers and counter attack. That's literally haram ball. Like when your team is that bad, why am I seeing a back for no respect? 4 defenders.
4 defenders.
Nah.
Against Swag.
Against
ESR.
Swag.
Bukayo.
Nah, you need. I don't think you should find Nuno because everyone can see. I don't know. You saw that tweet, right? They were like, some players aren't liking his training.
Yeah, but you hear that with a lot of defensive guys. Like Conte was like that. Mourinho.
Nuno is defensive.
He's not defensive.
I didn't see it.
He wants to. He wants to play defensive.
Any defensive coach doesn't play for at the back. I've never seen a defensive coach that plays for at the back.
He thinks he's a cashier till. All he knows is counter, bro.
I've not seen any defensive coach that plays for at the back.
That guy thinks he's marble. All he knows is counter. Anyways, is there anything else you want to talk about this game?
Nah, there was just only 3 dudes that really wanted to play that game.
Who?
It was Son, Heel, and Heel doesn't even know what the derby is about. Dude just came from Spain. Like
Brian Messi.
He just came from Spain. He doesn't even know and Skip. That was it.
No, Lloris had the game. Lloris had the game.
Jaffet was having a game.
Okay. Lloris had the game.
I mean, but the thing about Lloris is like he's our captain, our leader, but like bro talks like once a game.
But he's a goalkeeper. I mean, how many?
I mean, that time he wanted to injure Son. Since then, they told him to keep quiet. The guy looked at Son and screamed, "Sacre bleu!" He held the guy's neck, bro. Told him not to shout anymore.
Oh,
Now,
man.
Loris, like I feel so bad for him, especially that first goal. Like, what kind of
Yeah.
man? I used to watch my team
Bro,
defend like
Powderpuff
that.
defending, bro.
Man, things are looking good now.
On me. Look at second goal. They're using it. You know that Ozil goal that they scored. Well, Bami that he laid it off. They're gonna start using that goal like. Oh.
We're gonna remember that Aubameyang
Oh,
goal,
my
and then
God.
the celebration.
Actually, do you know what's actually sickening me the most? You've now given them all or nothing content.
Bro, that celebration
Hey.
with Henry watching.
I want you to
Oh,
understand that episode's gonna be too.
bro,
long.
the thing is, like, I'll say it here on the show. I don't even care when we finish. Like that performance alone,
that
is,
purpose alone.
that's intercontinental breakfast for me.
Yeah, I mean, you have nothing
I
else to play
don't.
for.
I don't. The only thing I want now is one upset. Liverpool or United. Like, let's just win one of these games in a very disgusting 1-0 fashion. The season is done. I'm not asking for too much.
Man, that's enough, man. Well, we'll move on because you guys suck anyways. Chelsea City. What I had in docket was what did the result teach you guys about?
But you guys are
those teams?
smelling, bro.
Yeah.
You didn't teach us anything we didn't know. Your haram manager went to City, and the sad thing
No,
is,
it
if
was at
if
home.
oh yeah, it was in Stamford Bridge, bro. You guys at home played the most haram field ball I've ever seen. And the sad part is, if you guys played normal, you would have won that game.
They
Bro,
were
you
really
guys
good.
would have won that
No,
game.
City was really good. City was actually very fantastic. So I don't know about winning. It would
Nah,
have been
bro.
a better game.
Nah, no.
I mean, maybe it would have been a more open game. Maybe like 2-2, 3-2, 5-0, 4-1. Like, I don't know. But like, it would have been a more... Bro, I've not
If we
seen...
would have played better if we... Yeah, I hear what you mean.
Nah, it was disgusting. Especially that first half. Nah, it was
really bad.
disgusting. And like, what's funny too is, you're trying to turn Lukaku into a counter-attacking player. Bro, he's not... The guy is too slow. He's... how did Stephen A say it? His fear is small. He doesn't have any posts memorized. He's a bona fide scrub. Like, Lukaku doesn't know counter-attack.
But that's the thing. We don't want to play counterattack. Like, we want to hold possession. Actually, I'll let Orlando go. Then I'll talk.
No, I think you're giving City too much respect, and like you're
you're
trying to downplay
for the game.
the L.
For the game, they played well. Don't even do that. And literally everybody else is saying that City played well.
I mean, when you have the ball 90% of the time...
But that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. But they
you're-
played well. Regardless of what happened, they played well. They played really, really nice.
Yeah, but y'all just took. Oh, okay. We won't get into the Juve stuff, but like you're giving them way too much respect, and it's just like
I agree.
any team that comes into your ends and gets the win, especially like those top 6, top 8, whatever teams, like, nah, it's just unacceptable. And it's just like, especially because like with the game, it's like y'all changed y'all's identity for that one game, and that's the issue to me. Like that's probably what I'd be scared of, because then this Juve result, and it could be a trickle effect. But
trickle effect.
hey,
It's because you guys are top 9. You think it's gonna happen to everybody?
I mean, I don't think it will be a trickle effect, but it's like they already played haram ball. Like, you guys sit back a lot. Like, you defend as a team. That's why like Rudiger and Christensen are trying to get 99 on FIFA. Like, they're not good individual defenders, but like you guys just defend as a team. But like when City comes to your ends, and you can't even find one player like on the other side. Like, everyone is back there. Like, what kind of like, I don't get it. Like, why he went so like conservative. Like, bro, attack those guys. They can't score. Like, they literally can't score. Like, press them too,
Even the
bro.
goal that they scored.
Even the goal they scored was not real.
Remember Orlando said...
Yeah, bro. To me, that game is 0-0. I don't know about you guys, but how do you feel like watching that game? Like, obviously, you're a Chelsea fan. Like, how are you feeling even moving forward?
How I kind of saw it was, it's good that we lost this game very early on, because there are certain things that we had to know about our team. For example, I said this in our group chat. One thing about us is our lack of a great number 10 right now is starting to show. It's starting to show because what's now happening is our midfielders, Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic, are not traditional. None of them are advancing the ball other than just dribbling from Kovacic. Kovacic's not really a passer. That's why that pass he gives to Lukaku, I'm going to scream it for the rest of my life, because that's not even his bag. So the fact that he was able to pull that out, was cool to me. He's a number 8, best case scenario. What now happened in this City game was what we did against Tottenham was that we did play those three midfielders in Kovacic, Jorginho, and Kante. It works because their midfield is fucking trash. It is horrible. We were going up against Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, and Ronaldo Silva, who literally has 5 lungs. Him and Kante are competing for who has the most lungs. They were literally outrunning us because we could not advance past them because Kovacic was trying to do too much because it would be he would get the ball or Kante get the ball, Jorginho get the ball, and there was nobody to bridge the gap between Werner and Lukaku. So they were trying to make too much shake when that's not their bag. They're supposed to be playing off of a creative midfielder, at least to help eventually lead the ball over to, to Lukaku and then to Werner. I'll go back to the Arsenal game. The reason why Kovacic was doing so good in that game with connecting with Lukaku was, no offense, your midfield's wasn't that good that game at all.
That was bad.
Your midfield's not that good. We haven't played against we have a great midfield. We went up against the best midfield thinking and forgetting that you've been playing trash midfields. So you need to subsidize, okay, we can't really advance the ball when you're going up against Rodri, when you're going against, the best player in the league, Kevin De Bruyne, when you're going up against Ronaldo Silva. We don't have that creative midfielder to help break the gap in between our midfield and the attack. So literally all that happened was we get the ball, there's like 30 yards between our strikers and either of our midfielders, and we would just kick it.
But honest, this is a very honest question. Don't you think your wing backs would have given what's that, the Spurs guys, Kyle Walker and Chancellor hell?
No, because that's not their bag.
But I'm not saying
because,
no.
Don't forget Reece also got hurt.
Yeah, true. He got hurt, but bro, I didn't see any attack because if you are being choked in the middle, you have to go through the. That's one way.
Not Alonso's bag, unless Alonso's making runs. But as we saw that Tuchel did,
it was haram, bro.
Tuchel would never let Alonso go up that freely.
Nah, it was bad.
Knowing that Grealish, knowing that Gabriel Jesus is on the other side. Knowing that people like Foden can come, look, stay back. Yeah,
but
don't go anywhere.
That's one thing where I always give Klopp a lot of credit for bro, Klopp will eat the 4 goals and hope he scores 5. Yeah.
We saw that in the Brentford game.
Yeah, there are some things you just have to do. If you want to play that haram ball, it could have worked if they didn't score 0-0. I don't think that's a good result because to me Chelsea is a team that can win the league. You don't. This if it's a tie is a loss for you because if you go to Etihad, although they don't have fans there, so maybe it might not be different. It might be the same thing.
It's a neutral.
Yeah, it's a neutral zone, but your fans are there. And I personally, when I watched the game, I was just disgusted because I hate City. I don't want them to go anywhere. I'm here for Pep slander, but it was just too easy.
Yeah. So what Tuchel's gonna learn is, unfortunately, with Ziyech not playing as good as he needs to play. Mount injured, but even when he was healthy, not playing in form. We have no Pulisic. Kai Havertz is not that number 10 that we really need. He needs to find another system to finding a way to advance that ball against actual great midfields or people who are going to stay back and can actually beat us on the counter and score. Juve did not. We're going to get to Juve game. They were not good at all. But they took their one chance.
Juve was, when they say, I have your medicine.
Bro, they literally...
Nah, how do you play? Bro. They will show you.
You got served. They took the dance. He was like, he stole my move. That's my move. Literally, that's what happened. And that's what's going to happen because all it takes is for somebody to score 1 goal. And, if you can't advance the ball, that's what's going to happen. But that's what I took from it. On the flip side, I don't think Chelsea's in trouble because Tuchel's...
Nah, I don't think
if there's anything Tuchel has shown us, he's going to find a way and he'll definitely make some shake. But on the flip side... And this is obviously in junction with the game we'll get into with PSG. I'm not convinced that City's going to win the league. They can't score.
Bro, they need...
They
need a 9, bro.
Oh, they need a 9.
That...
You didn't believe me. I was telling you.
Yeah, as it was more evident after your game. Because, bro, Grealish, I don't know if... Grealish, to me, literally is just, Pepe that came out white. No. Grealish to me is just Pepe that came out. Bro, trust me, bro. like
he knows what he wants to
bro,
do.
I was watching. Yeah, I'm saying like
Pepe doesn't know what he wants to do.
He's okay. Let's
Pepe
say
is literally just moving his joystick and hoping that it
let's
comes
just
off.
say he's a smarter version of Pepe. Bro, I was watching the PSG game, but this guy had space. Said no. He waited for Hakimi to come so he can dribble.
We'll get into that because that game deserves like a whole lot.
But it's like like and it's so clear who they need. Bro, like. And in a way, it's good you guys didn't like you put sacrifice your own season to just keep the league more fair.
I mean, yeah, everybody.
Imagine City having Kane like right in the middle, like Gabriel Jesus is just not that guy.
Yeah, he's just not. Even the goal he scored was a deflection.
Like he's just not that guy. Like his mates died on the cross and saved people. Jesus can't even bring fans to the stadium.
That
bro, how can Pep be begging? Pep is like, come support. Pep is on his knees begging. Like Jesus is not just. I'm trying to think about that team with Kane, because the thing when I look at you people play like it's like when you play like even when we used to play at Denton High, like if you saw Melvin up top, you look at him and you just look the other way, like it's like you see Jesus like bro, no one that I feel that's why he even got the goal because they're probably more worried about like Grealish. Yeah. Imagine someone like Kane that can draw, bro. Kane draws everyone's attention to him. He's gonna open up the field. So yeah, I will concede to that. They played the best bro. They played the best kind of like possession based ball because they're all robots.
We're just gonna choke you guys.
Yeah, like they know, they know how to press.
And do you know what's so crazy? Early on in the season, we were praising Grealish. We were saying at those, probably first 2-3 games, he was probably like player of the season. Like how good he felt like he was adapting. Unfortunately, now that they're not scoring goals, we're seeing that Grealish is slowing them down.
Bro, he is.
Bro, like, they play a lot of fluid, give me, I give you.
Yeah.
When he gets the ball, it's going to be at his leg for at least 10 seconds. I literally just start timing every time he has the ball. 10 seconds.
I don't know if you guys remember Sterling before City. Sterling was like James Harden. I saw on that left. And it's like, and I think we all know it's coming. When the team sheet comes out and Grealish is on the bench. Like, Pep, I feel like Pep is just giving him, because there's no way you have space and you're willing to dribble somebody. Like, it's not Pep's. Bro, Pep is like, next thing you know, it's a goal.
And what's kind of annoying is, he, even though he does the ISO ball, we wouldn't care if he was beating his man. He's not beating his man a lot of the time. Like, he's just slowing down. Now all the defenders are able to get back into the game. And you guys can't score because even though you may get the pass off, who's gonna score? Is Cancelo? So what I learned in this game was Tuchel needs to not give so much respect to some of these teams and figure out another system to where we can implement a 10, or we need to get Mount, we need to get Ziyech, we need to get Kai running, as a just helping bridge the gap between the midfield and the strikers. But also on the flip side, City still, I'm not convinced. I'm just not convinced. And also another side with Chelsea, our best formation, I think I said this last week, our best formation eventually is going to be playing, funny enough, Werner and Lukaku up front, because Werner's going to help stretch the lines. Lukaku's just going to, we've already seen what he can do. And then having a 10 play right behind them to kind of help bridge that gap between Kovacic and Jorginho, or whatever, combination of two that we play. So that it's almost like this free-flowing ball and in our front five, and then the back five is obviously going to, I think the wingbacks are going to help. The back three are going to be the back three and whatnot. So, is there anything else? From you?
I mean, I just can't get past the fact that, like, came into your ends, and then y'all...
We came into y'all's ends. And what did we do to y'all?
Hey...
No.
I'm talking.
Hey, keep that in. Hey, keep that in, my G. Hey, my G. Hey, keep that in. Hey, that's
Chelsea look like a different team. Like,
y'all look like a different team the past 3 games.
We look like a different team every game. I mean, it's just like, so. Chelsea look like a different team. So no, I don't think they're in trouble. But I think my biggest takeaway is that, like, my eyes are like perked up now.
And we're gonna have to evolve.
I'm definitely looking at Chelsea a lot more closely now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think there's any fraud watch, because I mean, if you've been watching Prem the last few years, like the league isn't really won with this kind of games. It's like City choking to Southampton. Now you guys play them, like those are the games that if you don't win, it's like what are you doing? Like, these games don't really decide who wins the league anymore. It used to, like, when we were younger, like if you like when you beat, because back then, like, every team from like fifth down was guaranteed breakfast for like the top 4.
Yeah.
Like it was just guaranteed breakfast.
But yeah, anyways, you are right. Like in how like genuinely like when Bolton came, you already knew.
You already knew.
Don't even bother.
You don't
That's why
watch
the
this game.
Stokes and them were annoying because it was like
They will
your
come
mates
and
are
upset
rolling
you.
over. Your mates are laying down missionary settings, game cloud, and here you are.
We had trying to fight. Yeah, trying to fight the powers that be.
Bro, move around. But yeah, I feel you. I mean, it seems like this season people are gonna drop points. We saw Liverpool drop points, Caesar drop points, United drop points. It's not gonna be down to like that 3 seasons ago where that City Liverpool game
was the game that won the league.
EPL final. So you're right, but I still think you can't drop points, and especially you already see how tight the
you can't drop points, but like, it's not do or die. This early in the season is not do or die.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. We'll just lightly recap United losing to Villa and Brentford, Liverpool 3-3. We don't know ball. In our docket last week, we said these 2 games were guaranteed breakfast. Not knowing that Mohamed Salah doesn't like bacon in the morning. That's haram.
That was strictly banter tax.
Salah doesn't like bacon. Ronaldo doesn't like eating them.
What? Just like cake. Just like sweets, bro.
Nah, I can't lie. That's one reason why like Prem. It's why it's the best league. You think it's breakfast, and I swear to you, Brentford wouldn't have this confidence
if it wasn't for you guys. You guys fucked the game up,
bro. I swear to you, like that Liverpool game, Liverpool was lucky to come out of that game.
Don't do that.
No.
Because they like Salah had like a
no. But I'm saying like they missed a chance at the end of the game.
Both teams were missing.
But I'm saying like if they score, like if the game came down to luck, because Brentford wasn't coming there to carry even a point. Like
I mean they were at home. So.
But I'm saying like you really think like if you're to bet money, you'd be like, oh.
I mean, but we're seeing Brentford's manager. He's going blow for blow at anybody.
It's just like they just play with confidence. Like they just came in there. They got the first goal, and then Liverpool got too cocky. They didn't take their chances.
I mean, look at Ivan Phoney over here posting Instagram like he's done anything. Bro, man, like just a very cocky team.
I need someone to humble them. I don't know who he's going to be.
It'll be Chelsea soon.
I hope. Because these are the kind of games.
You guys lost the London Derby. I hope you guys don't lose another London Derby.
We've lost every London
0 for 3
Derby.
in London Derbies.
Don't allow me to call West Brom Hill. That Brentford guy is probably called Big Sam.
What's that Robertson guy?
Bro, West Brom.
We collected 8 goals to that team.
Nah, those were better days.
Anyways, yeah, so just to finish with Liverpool Brentford, it is pretty interesting to see Liverpool go blow for blow with the team and struggle almost like at a point where like, wait, is this game gonna end? Like even when they were up 3-2, I was like, nah, this is ending. Liverpool's not gonna win this game, and that's scary to think when this is a team that's on top of the table, but at any moment, are we gonna say they go to, they haven't played Merseyside Derby, correct?
No.
Those games that could be slippery slopes. I don't know. I mean, it feels like that's how we kind of are with all the top 4 teams. Is like,
but like this is more like it's kind of similar to like Liverpool before they won the league. Like my that season where like it was I think 97, 98 where they drew more than 8 to 9 games and they were all winning position. Like they're just looking, they're looking more human now. Yeah. Like this.
I mean, they've always been human, and now that team is like they play every game. That 11
same team,
that's why they were lucky that they beat Porto 5-1, and and City just lost because they're gonna be more well rested because they had to put in less effort versus City. But because imagine if they went to Porto and there's 1-1. It was like
you had to dig out and win the game, and then you have City. Because City is possession and press.
Yeah, it would have been peak. But we'll kind of end it there. It's really interesting to see all these teams seem killable. Everybody seems like human. Everybody seems like you can draw their blood. And I think that's very, very interesting to see the league. What did you see?
I think the same. I think that's kind of why I wasn't too confident in Liverpool winning. Well, to be fair, I didn't even have to make them top 4. But like, they just don't they look human. They haven't added anything. it's just like, if it works, don't break it. Like don't change it. And it's just like people have caught on. It's just like
and to a certain extent, I mean, not even to bring you guys into it, but they have a similar problem in if they need goals, who's coming off the bench for them?
Yeah.
A Huxley Chamberlain. Is he still there?
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
He scored over the weekend.
You know what I'm saying? Like he scored over the weekend.
Then he scored in the Porto game.
Oh,
no weekend. Sorry.
Man, those guys were beans, bro. Did you see the goal that Salah scored? Bro, they were giving them goals. That game didn't even count. Like, who do they have coming off the bench? Worst case, like, God forbid, you know, they're any of those their main three players, that's not for me, obviously, gets hurt. Who's gonna replace them?
That's the
Minamino? Like, that's not even banter. I'm being serious.
Bro,
they need help in midfield.
I'm hoping for a Kyle Walker elbow, man.
I mean,
Kyle Walker elbow to one person.
I hope it's an intense game. Remember when Sterling and Trent got in that little scuffle in that game, and then they almost fought in the international break.
Yeah,
you know,
that's kind of stuff. That's what won, bro.
I hope it's that intense. And regardless, Chelsea will be second after this weekend because somebody's dropping points. So I'm here for it regardless. But yeah, that's what I thought about that game. On to United and Villa. Once again, they've showed us, and we're going to get to their game in the Champions League. They have shown us these guys are fucking, like, fakers. And they will be lucky to be top four. All Banter aside. They'll be lucky to be top four.
But the thing I would say to that is, yeah, like, trust me, United suck. But for some odd reason, like, for this is what they've done. This is why people hated Fergie. Like, they just know how to win games in such a, like, so, like, it feels like they've cheated. But, you know, you can't be, it's just like the penalty. Like, what else should that guy do?
What should he do?
Like, what else
he hit the ball and it hit his foot and bounced to his hand. What is he supposed to do?
Like, that kind of blessing. Even like before that, cause I didn't watch the game. It was the same time as the Chelsea games. Obviously, I didn't watch the game, but even the highlights, like the chance that idiot Oli Watkins, if it's Leno, he sees him go now, he scores that. Bro, De Gea makes a mistake one on one.
If it's Alisson in goal, he scores.
Bro, he couldn't score. Then they had that chance where, like, I think someone crossed the ball and same open net, they couldn't score. Then you get the goal and then you just classic United, 93rd minute penalty. Like, there's no other team I can think about that, like, can just conjure up luck out of nothing. Like, that kind of luck.
Manufactured luck.
Bro, they can just manufacture. That's the only tax. Then you now saw it in Champions League. Like, everyone thinks the game is done.
Yeah.
You know, that's why
drafts already written.
That's why I think
Red points to Grammarly.
That's why I think they will confidently make top 3. Just in my opinion,
they won't be top 3.
I think they can make top 3.
I
It's
think
just
I think it's top 3.
The top 3 are way better than them. Like, way, and also they haven't played anybody in Premier. Like, they haven't played anybody. So we've at least played City. We've played U2. We played Liverpool. All that's left is United.
You guys have played all the hard.
They haven't played anybody. City has played Tottenham. They played Arsenal. They're about to play Liverpool. After that, they played Chelsea.
Yeah, United's schedule is scary.
Liverpool's played Chelsea. They're about to play. They're about to play City. Like, even if they have 14 points, they have 14 points after 6 games, meaning that they've at least gone through, quote unquote, their worst. You guys, they have not played anybody, like, at all. So,
but to be honest, this is why I wish we had a United fan here. You guys should get troops out of the starting lineup, bro. Like, why am I still seeing Jadon Sancho playing? Like, why is this, bro? Jadon Sancho is doesn't even look like he should be on the pitch. Yeah. Then you know how people say,
but I also don't know, like, what his game plan, like, what's, like, his function on the field.
That to me, that's the issue, because, like, Oli is such a bad manager. Like, he to me, like, what system do they even play? Like,
not even. But
like what kind of ball do they play?
Like,
and then Sancho's out there just trying to, like, he's just running.
It's half knocking, half around.
Nah, it's not half knocking. You know,
no, it is half knocking though.
You know what they play is the reverse of haram. They play the haram that is attacking, because, bro, they have so much possession. Everybody is doing take-ons, but for some odd reason, it just is not going into the goal. Like, they'll do everything but score. Then, you know,
City settings.
90th minutes, everybody's rating is at 99. Like, see Lingard's goal against West Ham.
It's like what's it called? Remember those not one to watch, the Halloween seasons. That if you got that card, anytime they have the inform, it goes up. All of a sudden, everybody's card just goes
Bro,
up.
it's like the new FIFA. Like they stuff in Pro Clubs called perks. So you can like put perks on your player. There's one perk called big time finisher. So for the 75 minutes, your like swerve shot goes up plus 10. Bro, your finishing goes up plus 10.
Does the badge have Ronaldo's face on it?
You should have, bro. You should have United, bro. You should have that lion. Like, just so lucky.
Yeah.
Because easily they could have come out 1-1 and then Bruno, why are you taking that penalty?
I mean, he should have. He is our penalty taker. And if he doesn't take it, that proves my point that I don't want that team to be. Nobody wants that team to become Ronaldo FC. And if
everybody wants that team to be Ronaldo FC.
But that's the problem. If it becomes Ronaldo FC and they start losing, who are you gonna blame? Oh well, Ronaldo should have saved them.
Bro, it's like LeBron, bro.
We're not saying it because Ronaldo has saved them so far.
But
when it gets to the point that he's not saving them, it's gonna be peak.
Nah, it's like LeBron, man. If LeBron's team wins, it's LeBron. If
That's
they lose,
it's
the other guys.
Everybody else.
That is what comes to being
because
good.
Ronaldo missed that penalty. What are we saying?
I mean,
he
missed a penalty in the Justine extra break.
I guess we'll never know. And what did he do after he missed it?
But that was after. There wasn't gonna be that. There was gonna be no after that.
We've seen United get called big. Say, hey, come back to pitch. Let them retake penalty. They would have said that. Martinez came off his line, so you have to retake penalty.
Now Martinez was a hoe, even the way he was.
They are just so lucky.
Bruno, let Ronaldo take it. That was funny. Actually, let's quickly finish up with soccer real quick because we've been here for a little bit. Messi FC. We're in Champions League now. Messi FC beat PSG. Honestly, this game showed me absolutely fucking nothing.
That's literally
it showed me nothing. It showed us what we knew. City can't score, and
free PSG Mbappe, is still trying to figure it out. Like,
free Mbappe, but I won't lie. Like, you know, I've started these new habits where I appreciate greatness.
Thank you.
That goal.
That second goal was...
That second goal was
like... And, you know, Chooks kind of lightly predicted it. He said, you know, Messi's due for something. He's due.
Bro, like, and due he was, man. Like, that goal... The thing is, if you see the goal from, like the keeper's perspective, that guy had probably half a second.
Yeah. He just took it first time.
Shoot. And not only did he shoot it, bro, no keeper is saving that.
Like, it's one of those, like, I hope it goes over.
You don't have the reaction to even dive, nothing. Like, yeah.
And at that angle, because he could have put it, you know.
I thought he was going to swerve it, like, you know.
Far post.
Nah.
Going this way and even, like, having the dip. Nah, that was nuts.
Remember the 2016 one against the U.S. men's national team?
Yeah.
Guy, who was even in goal? Was it Guzan? Mm-hmm. Bro, Guzan is here. All this whole side is open. Messi said, nah. He's putting it in that, and he won't be able to save it. Yeah, the guy... Good goal. It was just a very disgusting game. City couldn't score.
Yeah, bro.
Like City just couldn't score.
Bro, and Kevin De Bruyne is still coming back from injury. Like he just looks sluggish out there sometimes. I don't know, man. This City team with the striker maybe gets unlocked, but right now they're just what are you about to say?
It was just such a weird game. Like it was just like. None of them were doing what we expected them to do.
It felt like nobody deserved to win that game.
Yeah, like it was like it just should have ended 0-0. Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, that's why you buy great players. So there's just one moment of greatness.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
One moment of greatness.
Moments FC.
That's the win.
Moments FC. I mean, you have Gajisa Gay scoring goals.
Nah, the Messi goal was...
Yeah, it was crazy.
And there was a shot of, like, Pep putting his hand on his head when Messi started to run. So almost kind of implying that like
because I mean he was there, he was on the other side of it. He already knew what was gonna happen.
And I won't lie to you, deep down, I'm like this guy can do something. Because I give you from Mbappe. Oh, now if you like knocking ball, that's the height of knocking ball. Because some people might take a touch and try to turn, but like like the whole like orchestration, like, and you have to actually like love football to like know why that move is so key because he laid it
because he already had Diaz on his back, so he could have forced the turn.
He could have forced the turn, but he just laid it. And that person that deserves actually is Lingard, bro. No, bro. Did you see how Lingard laid that to Ronaldo? The guy is saying he doesn't want glory. Pass it to the goods. I mean, that's what Bruno Bruno, if you watch this podcast, bro, you are a bomb. That's what you should have done. Literally, give it to Ronaldo. See, bro, Lingard was literally looking at goal and said, "Nah, the moment is too
Bro, you
big."
pass it to him because
Pass it to the goats.
He's about to do LeBron. Anyways, moving on to Chelsea and Turin. Once again, it's another game where I felt like we didn't learn much because we already kind of saw it in the City game. We are not potent enough when our 10s are not working at all. We didn't play great at all, but Juve didn't want to fucking be there. Like, Kise is trying to make stuff. Sorry, I said Kise. Chiesa is trying to make something out of literally nothing. Rabiot is sending balls to Rose end with no defender on him. Quadrado, he's acting like we offended him by selling him off, but like that was all that they had going for them. But they scored 20 seconds in the second half.
Yeah, that switch off is just
they
sad.
played haram ball squared, and unfortunately, when you have no 10, when Kovacic is your best 10. That's bad. It's bad.
Oi, me. You lot got what you deserve, man. Yeah. Like you deserve to feel the pain
and we haven't
of playing haram ball.
And apparently we haven't won in Italy in 18 years, which just doesn't sound real. And you're like, we can break it today. I guess not. And also, Kisito, please. Don't ever say Chelsea's gonna play well, okay?
Nah, Kizito is bad news.
You guys know Kizito. His tax is crazy.
That boy bad news, bro.
Whatever he says, go against it. Just know that.
If Kizito says you have long life, call an ambulance.
Bro, not even call an ambulance. Go get that life insurance right now. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like we didn't learn much as a Chelsea fan. I think we're gonna bounce back. I think Tuchel's gonna learn from this. We have what I think should be guaranteed breakfast this weekend, and we'll be able to bounce back. United scrapes by the hairs of their chinny chin chin versus Villarreal. We've already kind of talked about it lightly throughout the show.
It's just
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo talks. There's nothing much needs to be said.
But it's Goldbridge has been saying this. United this whole season has been moments FC. They don't play well for most of the game, but they have one or two moments that will just equal to a goal. And unfortunately, that bandages all the other minutes within that 90 minutes that was horrible.
Remember the Euros? That tweet before the Hungary game, they were like, "We hate how football, you can have a shit game, brace 9.0 rating."
Bro, literally.
And that's what happened with Ronaldo that game.
Ronaldo was horrible.
Bro, he was having a howler.
Bro, horrible.
88 minute comes.
Bro, he was trying to tap into a bag from 2009.
Nah,
bro,
the bag, they sent the bag to Ikeja, bro.
Bro, get out of here, old man.
That is not bag, it's Ghana must go. The bag is no longer bag, the bag is nylon. It's Walmart, this thing.
I know where penalty scores it. I know where tapping. Now he has 9.5
bro, match rating 9.0.
Fuck.
Come on.
And that's what happens with United. Is when you have one or two moments, Alex Telles, who has been having a horrible season with United, has a random volley.
That set piece was incredible.
Random volley.
Beautiful.
And then, Villarreal shuts off for one moment, and, Ronaldo, it's like...
Like, it's not fair, but, it's
they
like...
can't keep getting away with it.
It's just, they've done it so consistently that, like, it's working. Just, if you can keep, you know what they always say, just keep the game close, Fergie will win it. Like, last year you can use United to give them a close game.
Because everybody that watched that game, Villarreal deserved 3 points. Not even just a draw.
Bro, they deserve to win.
They deserve to win.
They were killing United.
Bro, if it wasn't for, being toothless like they're in a high train your dragon, they would have won that game. But the only really big story I took from that game is, man, Van de Beek is really done out here, man.
Nah, he needs to leave.
You guys need to go buy him. No, that's.
But I heard that Arsenal Spurs are in bidding war for Martial.
Bidding war?
When will not London learn? When will we learn? Yes, bro, going to go and collect trash. Yeah, they were like that. Hey. A January transfer looks on site for French star Anthony Martial.
They send that guy to Lyon's second squad. Like,
they just send him to Marseille, let him play for the Don.
Bro, guys, what happened to your boys, man? Been,
bro, we drew today, man.
Shaky form.
Those guys think it's wrestling that you're going to fight.
Lastly, pissing on Barcelona's grave. I'll give you guys 1 minute. Have fun.
Bro, I've said it day in, day out. Fuck Barcelona. I even saw a Barca jersey on sale the other day. Like, I think the 2013 jersey was like, I think $40. I was like, no, fuck Barcelona, bro. I've hated them for the longest time. I'm happy this is happening. I hope they don't get rescued. You know, life is good. Keep coming in.
That's the only bit of happiness I've had this week.
Bro, free man like Morgan, you know.
Guy, like I just want them to keep getting
They're
bad.
taking the book out to you guys' manual.
Literally, nah. I was just beautiful just to see them lose, just to see them in the mud.
In the crazy mud. Pig settings.
Literally,
Bro,
where's Aguero, bro?
Peppa Pig.
Bro, Aguero's recovering.
Recovery. Aguero would never come back, bro.
Bro, he's recovering. Man, all right, that's enough for soccer. Actually, that's not enough. We gotta preview the weekend, obviously. We'll obviously leave the biggest game for last. Number 1, Brighton versus Arsenal. Is this a slippery game for Arsenal? What do you think?
When are you going to feature us? When are you going to feature us in the breakfast docket?
You're an Arsenal fan. Is this a slippery game for Arsenal?
Hey,
they're going up against Hogwarts FC.
This is the thing. After a big win like that, I think like the most North London thing is to win like that and then turn around and get beat like that.
Even not beat, but like you already know Mope has their medicine.
I
want you to understand.
It's a scary game.
You know those memes where it's like a little piece and like the big piece and it's like a domino effect. You know, they should put Mope injures Leno.
Hey, man.
And
All I know is
the big piece is Ramsdale has now completely taken the spot of Franklin.
Hey, bro. All I know is Pepe loves Brighton, bro. The same way Mope loves us. Last season, Pepe scored 2 goals. We're going to murk those guys. You heard it here first.
You're going to murk? It's guaranteed breakfast?
Bro.
No, I'm asking you. Is it guaranteed breakfast?
Breakfast where they use hand chop, bro. You know when you eat waffles with your hand, the waffle is you tear the waffle with a hand, bro. I'm not. If there's anything that doesn't scare me, bro. You see what Palace was doing to them. The sad thing is that these guys hype these guys so much. Like, I actually watched that 90 minutes of that game, and I was annoyed.
There's no Basuma.
He's still injured too.
There's
a person that if you had Basuma, like, okay.
So because there's no Basuma.
That midfield, allow us to introduce ourselves. Sambi, Albert, Sambi Lokonga.
And apparently Xhaka's out for 3 months.
Bro, that's it. Spurs is the gift that gives us giving.
What Babalao did you guys go to?
Cheap went to London. He didn't go to London. He went to London, Lagos.
He went to Peckham. He went to Peckham.
He went to pray. Now the game, I think is.
I think it's a 1-1 draw.
I think it's a draw. I actually do think it's, but I think it's a 0-0 draw. I think it's ugly.
What do you have?
Bro, 3-0.
3-0.
Clean sheets. 3-0 clean sheets.
Wait, you know they're on 13 points.
Bro, so Spurs were 9, 1, 6. It's not where you start, it's where you finish.
They have NLD tax, it's different.
Bro, all these people are saying, well, we love being teams that have birds on their stuff.
That's funny. Yeah, I have it 1-1.
1-1, but you have draw. Well, we'll be back here next Thursday.
It should be an interesting game regardless. Tottenham v Villa. Can Spurs bounce back?
Nah, they're gonna kill Villa.
Gonna kill Villa.
Yeah, like you have to have that. Especially after Kane scored the hat trick, he has seen the ball go to the net.
Your club legend beat them 3-0. I don't know, man.
Man like Vieira, nah, they should beat Villa. Villa isn't good. I've been saying it since the first episode.
Not that they're not good. They're just so inconsistent.
They are not good, bro. Really, they were one VR decision away from being in the championship. That season that they escaped relegation. Yeah. Like literally one VR, and everyone thinks Dean Smith all of a sudden is a really good manager.
Yeah, because he had Jack Grealish.
Carry on.
This is the most like Harry Kane. Like he's gonna score a brace and then like we'll win and then he'll be like yeah for the team like
Orlando, relax.
Like, bro, that's literally what's gonna happen.
Relax. Because you have to be back here on Thursday.
Orlando is trying to reverse engineer performance.
Manufacture performance.
Now
it's not by mouth too.
I think Spurs win this one. 1-0, 2-1.
I think it's 2-1.
I think it's a 1-0. Like very, very. You guys don't even deserve the 1-0 type win, in my opinion.
I think it's 2-1. Like we get like an own goal type thing.
That's disgusting. All right, moving on. Chelsea versus Southampton. I think this is a big win for Chelsea.
This is a trap game for you.
I understand why you feel it's a trap game because they've survived against all the big clubs so far. Survived against City, survived against United. You know, this is a team that we thought was gonna be relegation. And, I mean, they're fighting. I mean, they're still down there, but at least they're fighting. But it is a big game that Chelsea needs to win. Going to international break, you can't lose and then go into international.
Now you guys
break.
are going to the way you play that haram style of ball. It's very difficult for teams like Southampton that rely on like you opening up yourself for them to attack.
But Southampton can't score goals. Like
I'm saying. So combined
can't score goals
with the haram merchants like Rudiger, Christensen, and Thiago Silva. Good luck. If Southampton score one goal, I'll bring some snacks here. Yeah, they're not scoring anything. It's going to be.
Yeah, I think it's a 3-0 win.
Bro,
Chelsea.
2-0, 3-0. There'll be a 0 somewhere.
It's a trap game for me. It's definitely a trap game for me. But I think, end of the day, like Lukaku gets one, and then like someone random gets one.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's a 2-0 for me.
United versus Everton. Is this a toss-up fixture? What do you think?
This is weird. This one's weird.
Yeah, I feel like we spoke too soon last week, but you don't win that kind of game against Villarreal and come and smell against Everton. Because Everton too, they're also like
they're just so.
But they are so inconsistent. But then again, they have that the Curry guy is
really
bro.
Good.
I don't know when that guy got so good.
And then you're seeing guys like Townsend show up every once in a while. Richard show up every once in a while. Is he still back?
I don't even know. I never see that guy play.
They have guys. Oh, they have Gray. They have guys that put in here or there, but it's not every game, and that's their problem.
Like things have to be right for them to win
that's
games.
Their problem. It's not every game, and it's nowhere near enough for.
I think it's a draw.
I think it's a toss up. I think
it's a draw.
I don't even know if it's a draw. I just think it's one of those games that both teams don't really, unless Ronaldo or Latex comes in.
I to be honest, I'll go with my gut. I feel like Everton win this game, just for entertainment purpose.
I would need it. I would like that.
That'd be beautiful.
Last but surely not least, we have 3 minutes. We'll knock this out. Liverpool versus City in Anfield.
3-2.
3-2 which way?
Liverpool.
Really? What about you?
This one's tricky. I actually don't think it's that exciting of a game.
It is. I mean, it's exciting in terms of...
Yeah. I'm talking like the quality we see on the pitch. I think it's going to be an ugly game.
I think it's
another Chelsea-Liverpool game. I think it's a 1-1.
I was about to say, I think it's a 1-1.
I think it's 1-1.
I think it's 1-1. I think, like, Klopp's going to, Well, the thing is, it's going to international break, so you don't need to rest players. So maybe he goes, says, fuck it, we're going to play everybody. I think Pep is going to overthink this fixture bad.
What do you guys mean? This fixture has been the best fixture for like the past
because the last one was horrible.
Yeah,
I mean, like that's just one game now. Like this fixture has been producing.
Oh, and actually, the last one was 4-1.
To me, except NLD, like this is another fixture that like produces very good games.
Yeah. No, we're not saying it won't, but we just think with where both clubs are, that's not like either of them are flying high.
Yeah.
It's one of those like, all right, like
I think they both, but I think they're both gonna go in there like just don't lose kind of thing.
Yeah, like unlike the City Chelsea game, this is a statement game. Just cause like in the eyes of the media, these are the two favorites to win the league. Like they've won it, they have been the winner of the league the past 3 years. So like, this is a statement game. Like who wins this game? Maybe wins the league. We don't know.
That's fair. I mean, they're first and second right now. Either way, Chelsea would be top 2, if not first, by the end of this week.
Hey man, we're coming.
Hey,
you guys are 10th, right?
Bro,
I don't care about position right now, but we're coming. Well, how many points do you guys have?
We have 13.
4. Let me not speak too much.
You haven't played Liverpool yet.
Bro, that you think I care? We're 4 points from the top.
Actually, you guys have played. You already played City, Chelsea, and Tottenham. So you guys have for how many points you guys have? It's not like there's some.
If we beat Brighton going into international break.
We played.
All right, man. That's enough. That's enough for the preview. Alrighty, what another big week for the NFL. I mean, it feels like we say that every week, but it was genuinely a big week. So much so that we couldn't even play everything into the freaking docket because we'd be here for way too long. But we'll start off with the biggest game of the week. Rams versus Bucs. What did we learn?
I think it disappointed. I think like for me, I think it told us exactly what if we were being like objective about it. I think we would have said, yeah, the Bucs defense is kind of shaky right now.
Yeah, especially the secondary.
Like if we were objective, it would have been like, yeah, the Bucs defense is kind of shaky right now. The Rams are at home. They're flying high. They probably win this one. But Brady loses 2-3 games every year.
He hasn't gotten undefeated once.
Without you guys saying we, you two. I already knew all this news was gonna happen.
You knew
Matthew Stafford.
Who? Matthew
King.
I mean, he played well. He played well.
And I think it
but
just
his team is good.
I think it validated though that like they're
his
right
team
there.
Is great. No, not
They're
even right there.
They're
Orlando,
right there.
I'm gonna say this now. I was wrong. These guys are Super Bowl favorites. Not favorites. They're contenders.
They're right there with the Bucs and the
contenders.
Chiefs.
They're
right there.
Chiefs.
We'll talk about it.
Anyways, the hell Chiefs. Anyways, they are really good. That front four is freaking scary. You're seeing Jalen Ramsey lock down one side. Like that side is done.
It's
Oh
ridiculous.
yeah, I was gonna say that like because I watched that game. Man, they have some scary defenders, man.
Whatever side Jalen Ramsey's on, don't even bother.
Like,
Don't look in that direction.
Yeah, bro.
There's nothing there.
Aaron Donald was getting triple teamed and still make like. I'm looking. I saw him push 2 O linemen at one play. I swear to God, he pushed 2 O linemen at once.
What's scary is like these are grown men. These are like 300-pound
and
men.
he's also undersized. Like people forget, like this guy's undersized.
He's like 6'1".
He's 6 flat. He's 6 flat. He's small in terms of like
he's pushing
big,
dudes that are 6'5",
you know how big
6'6".
He's on the interior. That's even worse. He should be like 6'4", 6'5". Guy's 6 flat. But like he's just, and obviously it's more than just your size. Obviously he's one of the most jacked people, but his technique is just so crazy. You even seen they were doing like they were showing like the guy's getting warm. You just seen and he does like a little swimming. I'm like, yeah, this guy's ready for
he
war.
practices with knives.
This guy's ready for war, bro.
Hey, wait for real.
You look it up.
I mean, you have like he's.
I'm
second coming.
I'm pretty sure they're fake knives, but he practices with knives.
Like this guy. He's not like he's one of the greatest right now. He's
He's
one of the greatest of all time.
Top 3 all time.
Like already, and what he's doing is unprecedented because by now people should have found you out, or they just throw more bodies at you. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
That dude is scary.
And this is also the problem when Gronk isn't doing well. Gronk obviously gets hurt in the game.
That's a big loss.
It's a big loss because he's been playing well.
AB was out too, right?
Yeah, AB was out. Yeah,
he comes back. That Fox. We're gonna talk about that Foxborough game. Get your forks and knife ready. Gronk's not playing well, and also on the flip side, your O line has to have 6 people there. They have to have 6 people because you have to account for Aaron Donald, who's going to get through regardless, which then takes away from all your other offensive weapons that you can eventually throw to. You can't run the ball up the gut because they're going to catch whoever's running it. It's probably going to catch it before he breaks the line of scrimmage. It just felt like the Bucs had no answer for everything the Rams threw at them.
But even then, like Brady... First 3 quarters, he was keeping them in the game.
Yeah, the first half he was. The first quarter he was.
And that's just.
Actually, I would say both quarterbacks they looked like they were both nervous in the first quarter.
It was just apparently it was like stupidly loud in there. Like you couldn't get
which
anything.
Which is crazy
off.
because LA is. Oh, I want you to say
it's that stadium.
LA's not a sports
strictly
city.
Banter trip out to that stadium.
Let's do it. It's a spaceship.
It's ridiculous.
They're using y'all's money for it.
It's Cronky.
That's why it's quiet.
Hey, Cronky.
But that's why I picked the Rams to win.
He spent $6 billion.
Supports one, supports all. Nuggets, Rams.
Wow, here. Is owned by who again?
You know Glazers. Yeah, the Glazers, right?
Yeah,
it's them. It was United.
United.
Hey man, this might be a foreshadowing. I don't know.
No, it was just it. And sorry, my point was like LA is actually not a sports city. I know the Lakers are only like that because of clout, like because their team is actually good. When them guys were trash, them tickets was cheap as hell. Cheap as hell. If you're a sports city, regardless of whatever happens, you should be selling out. They're not a sports city, especially because they're really not a football city at all. So the fact that it was that like loud was like really really surprising to me. But all I learned was Bucs. Bucs coach has to, all their coaches have to go back to drawing board, because to a certain extent, it's so bad you have to bring back Richard Sherman.
Now that's to me was the scary part. It's like Brady loses one game, he starts calling everybody.
No, but Brady doesn't do calls. He says your bags are already in the locker room. Find your way here. AB was free agent.
AB was fighting.
AB was in cuts now.
Bro, AB was fighting demons. Says it's okay.
Just find your way. To put yellow tape around AB's.
Just find your way to Tampa Bay. So it's that bad to where, like, they brought back all their 11 defenders, but obviously they're already having injury problems. One of their cornerbacks got hurt in that Cowboys game. Gronk's hurt. AB was out, COVID. They're already kind of having to mix and match a few things. Richard Sherman coming in for their first game is going to be pretty weird. But in total, they have to go back to drawing board and find ways to win around that. Because Bruce Arians, while he's a decent coach, is not a fantastic coach. At least from everything that we knew before the Super Bowl win. Everything before the Super Bowl win did not show me that Bruce Arians is a guy that you get and you go to Super Bowl. Is that fair? Up until this last year.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you that.
Up until this last year,
you don't get him and
you
go to the Super Bowl. I don't. But to be honest, I don't think this game told me anything about the Bucs. I think it told me more about the Rams.
Yeah, that the Rams are that good.
That the Rams are like there.
Which is fair. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what the Rams do. Rams have a big game this week and the week after that. Both divisional games that we'll get into later. But right now, Rams are the team to beat. Rams are definitely a team to beat.
For sure.
Speaking of beating, the Chiefs are 1-2. Y'all have the same record as us.
Hey, Chooks brought the bad vibes from Arsenal over to the Chiefs.
Like,
see what he's talking about.
You're a black cat. You're a black cat,
bro. All I'll say about that game is, I don't know if it's like he's so overconfident in himself, Mahomes. Yeah. Like some of those throws, like the last the no look pick. Come on.
Nah, that last pick was just.
It was unnecessary.
It was like if I was a coach, I'd break my headset. You know what I mean?
And then, bro, the Chargers were sweating to score.
But the Chargers,
bro, they were sweating to score.
The Chargers have names here. They're Bosa, Keenan Allen, Williams, Justin Herbert. Other than that, mediocre to mid at best in every other position.
Nah, bro, they were
O-line horrible.
Sweating.
And how's your O-line struggling against the Chiefs? No offense, but to the Chiefs, the Chiefs have their best defender is Tyrann Mathieu, and no offense, he doesn't start in the top half of most teams. Like, no offense.
Oh, that's a bit disrespectful.
No offense. He doesn't start in a lot of teams.
That's disrespectful.
He does not start in the Rams. He is not starting the Bucs. He is not. I mean, he'll start everybody start the Seahawks. But they have no front four at all, and you're struggling against them, and you still lose. I think in your own ends.
I think that's the bad part. Like the fact that to be fair, I'm not worried.
Nobody's worried.
But it's good you lose this game.
We're gonna get these jokes off regardless.
It's good to lose this game when you have Patrick Mahomes every throw. LeBron.
Somebody gonna be somewhere.
Bro, fade away.
The only problem with this, however, is their schedule. They've been stacking the Chiefs' schedule like crazy ever since they got Mahomes. They played the Packers last season. This season they played the Bucs. They play I forget. They have a pretty hard schedule this season. So you can't be losing a game that you should have won against the Ravens, who just struggled to beat the trash ass Detroit Lions. They had to break a field goal record just to beat the trash ass Detroit Lions. You couldn't beat them. The Chargers, who, while it's a divisional game, you had every chance to win that game. And you didn't win it. You cannot do that when the Bills are already catching form. Who else in the AFC that the Ravens are already 2-1. We're seeing the Raiders 3-0.
I mean, just their own division.
I'm not gonna bring them up. Broncos 3-0.
Their own division is looking nice.
You're last in your division. You can't lose games when it's only gonna get tougher, and there's only really one bye week game.
And I think the thing for me is like as the season goes on in the NFL, dudes start to get hurt, like and dudes start to get banged up, and it's just like those are the you try and wait for the end of the season to lose a game here and there, and they're 1-2 right now, and I think Mahomes bought too much of his own stock
in the AFC. If you lose more than 4 games, you're not getting that first seed. Yeah. In the NFC, if you lose more than 2, I don't even think. You may not even make the playoffs. But in the AFC, if you lose more than 4 games, I think it could be first seed with going 13-4, but it may be 14-3. And if you're already losing 2 games and that which only leaves you margin to lose 2 more, that's not good, especially so early in the season. You guys, I'm with you guys. They're good. Look. We already know how this goes.
Yeah, we're not worried.
They're gonna come back, but in the off chance that
it's
shaky,
if in the next 2 weeks they lose another game, is scary.
I mean, I don't think I think they play.
Scary.
They're not gonna lose any games like that. But if they're like if it's week 9, and they're 5-4, okay. But we'll move on. Speaking of, do we believe? Are they shaky? Are they in trouble? We'll do some little burst ones with these. Cardinals, I believe shaky are in trouble.
I believe.
They're shaky as hell.
I believe.
Yeah, 3-0, bro.
Bro, okay, but look at the 3.
Hey, man, you have to beat one.
Yeah, you had to.
But it's how you beat them. That Jaguars, bro. If the Jaguars were us with Tyrod Taylor, I think we beat them. No offense. Like that's how bad they were. That's how bad they were playing.
But at the end of the day, you beat who's in front of you.
Have to beat
they're 3-0.
But they beat them. But I mean, we see this week they play the Rams.
Hey man,
Calamari.
They play the Rams this week.
Play the Rams.
Hey man,
and so that's what
I still believe. But
who they play first week? They barely beat the Titans first week.
They beat the brakes off the Titans.
But the Titans, as we've seen since then, have now come back.
I think it doesn't matter. I think they
just barely beat them. So Minnesota, if they scored that field goal,
Minnesota, and I think we're disrespecting Minnesota.
We're gonna get to not Minnesota this week, but next week. It's like you're barely beating Minnesota. You're hoping for a pick six on the defense. Kyler Murray doesn't throw a touchdown. He only scores 1 rushing touchdown. You're struggling to beat some of these teams. I think they're shaky.
I think right now you just have to believe. Like they're beating the dudes who are in front of them. The
Minnesota beat themselves.
I think it's comparing these guys to Spurs, man. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0.
Bro, they didn't beat Minnesota.
No, I mean, like, what are we saying? Like, we're not saying they're gonna win the Super Bowl, but like, are they gonna make the playoffs? Yeah. Are they gonna be like competitive? Yeah, I think so.
I say shaky in that they're in a division that's difficult, and to a certain extent, you don't just go to playoffs and be like, oh, we're happy we made the playoffs. You start to I feel like they should have high aspirations and just like, oh, we made the playoffs. Especially after
they're like United,
getting Watt, getting AJ Green, getting James Conner. They got a lot of pieces all over.
It's like United. They're literally united.
Literally, PE coach, and just a whole bunch of pieces around them. Carolina, I believe.
In trouble.
In trouble. The only reason they're in trouble is because of the injury. Huh?
The injury.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey got hurt.
McCaffrey's out. That defense is like the real freaking.
That defense is scary.
That defense is real.
Right, defense is scary.
But they have.
The only reason I will say they're shaky is because Christian McCaffrey is injured, and we already know the dynamic that guy brings.
But I'm a Texans fan, so I had to watch that game. But like, they looked shaky. Like they didn't.
Thursday night game tax.
They didn't beat the brakes off the Texans. Like you have to do that.
Thursday night game tax.
I mean, I don't. I think they're in trouble. I think
have 2 games.
I think it's gonna be one of those. Like one of those things where, like, you remember that season when the Browns started off 4-0 and then they lost every game after that. Like I think that's the Carolina Panthers.
I mean, they have a. Big
I really
game
do think
they have
so.
a big game this week, so we'll really see how good they are. Cowboys.
I believe.
Hey man, shaky
as fuck.
Hey, I believe.
After what I watched on Monday,
bro, the Eagles aren't good, bro.
Yeah, they're shaky, bro.
Nah, I'm not saying they're gonna do anything like special anymore. Like I was wrong in thinking that was going to be one of the best offenses I've ever seen.
Even though they put up 41, it was very, very fugazi 41.
It wasn't even the offense.
I mean, was the defense also?
It was a defense.
But
They put up
also,
2 touchdowns.
I'm very. They put up 2 touchdowns.
The defense had 2 pick sixes, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it was the Eagles score on a fumble return. Maybe you're right that they had 2 pick sixes.
I could have sworn Trayvon Diggs had 2.
Nah, he had 2. No, he had 1 pick.
6.
And somebody else threw. Yeah, 1 pick 6, and then somebody else he threw another interception.
I think the second one he caught it was like.
Devontae fell, so it's like
that's the part that made it worse.
Yeah, like what else? I
Yeah.
mean, he fell and you basically just made
It was just what everything that could go wrong.
It literally went wrong.
Well, it was going wrong for the Eagles.
The only good thing for the Cowboys is their run game is coming alive.
Yeah,
Pollard working, Zeke working, but I still think they're shaky. Packers.
Hey,
he's a bad man.
Hey, man, that was just so special. Like you just knew it was coming, and it was just like
the problem. It shouldn't have came to that.
No, it really shouldn't have.
It should not have come.
It shouldn't have. But at the end of the day, like
you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. And
Porn star Jimmy came alive.
Hey, it had nothing to do with porn star Jimmy.
No, it had nothing to do with him.
No, but I mean, but like he came alive.
He had to see Trey Lance come on for one play and score and be like,
no.
Hold on.
Hey, Trey Lance put his helmet on and didn't take it off. He said, "All right, I'm gonna make sure you don't come in.
I'm gonna make sure I stay in this game." Yeah. I look, what they were doing to them in the first half was very bad. It was very, very bad. But the fact that 49ers started coming back and it came down to, Aaron Rodgers having to be Aaron Rodgers, I don't like that.
Jimmy G looked up and he saw the porn stars in
they
the
tried
stands.
They tried to do the same thing against the Bucs. They couldn't do it.
But
in the playoffs, they couldn't do it against the Bucs.
Yeah, and but with a team like the Niners, especially the way they are right now, I think, like, I just think like you literally witnessed greatness in those last 2 plays.
I remember that was 37 seconds.
Devontae had 3 dudes on him and somehow finds a way to get like
literally
space.
Go around, gets the ball in the middle of the field, and almost goes out of bounds to stop the clock.
It was just like.
That's my goat.
That's yeah.
That's
it was just
my goat.
and
it's crazy because real football fans, when we knew he had the ball, even with no timeouts, 37 seconds,
you knew it was
he had
possible.
to go down. Was at 40 yards. We just knew. We knew, especially Cowboys fans. Y'all knew, right, Reese? Y'all knew. Y'all been seeing that. y'all seen that. Y'all was getting PTSD.
Pin,
bro. Y'all was getting PTSD. Anyways,
but like. Just me, like, watching, from like not a season point of view. Like even I knew that ball is going to Adams. Like
or like that's the we hope it goes to
no
try to eliminate that.
No hope.
Oh, you're saying as a fan.
No, I'm saying like everybody including Stevie Wonder could see that ball was going to Devontae Adams. And for some reason, like all his, like he's the best wide receiver in the league. Yeah, he can get open, but why is he so like?
In our group chat, he was like, Chooks was like, why weren't they double teaming him? I was like,
bro, I'm not seeing the double team.
Like that was the double team.
Nah, maybe he's just that great. Who knows? But he's getting those catches like why, bro? Like I don't care. Anybody else can catch his ball except this guy.
Yeah, literally break his leg. Anyways, moving on. Bengals. I believe. I don't care.
I believe.
Jamar Chase.
I'm buying the hype.
Jamar Chase.
They're gonna disappoint at the end of the day, but I'm buying the hype.
I don't know about disappoint. I think they just don't make it to the playoffs.
They have that. He's a good friend of mine, Tax.
Bro, he's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
Joe Burrow's a nice guy.
Nah, their connection is crazy.
I mean, LSU
yeah, I'm saying like went school together. Bro, that's my homeboy Tax.
Bro, LSU connection. I've been saying that since the beginning of the season. I'm like, bro, if Joe Burrow can figure out that he's not playing, FSU and he's playing grown men, it's gonna be very, very scary in this league.
He just doesn't. Like he takes too many big hits, and that's scary.
But now he's starting to learn.
Yeah, he's
starting to learn. He's. Last game he had three touchdowns, only 1 interception.
I believe.
I believe, man.
I believe.
I think they're top of the division right now.
I think so.
Yeah, because
they beat the Steelers.
They're 2-1. The Browns. Do I even have the Browns on this list?
Hey,
I don't have the Browns.
Odell is coming back.
Okay,
Hey.
he doesn't have a quarterback.
Bro.
And there's no Jarvis, so there's no distraction.
All I'm saying is buy the stocks while you can. Buy it.
I will
Why you
say
can't,
Miles
bro?
Garrett. He's
Scary.
But the thing about Miles is that we been new.
Scary.
Like this was a guy
Nah.
that before draft day said, if any team that doesn't draft me, I'm gonna make you regret it. And I think so
scary,
far,
bro.
I think so far
That
he's
dude.
shown that.
Run game is good.
Miles Garrett.
Yeah, I mean the way, the
I mean, granted,
Baker.
you play against Chicago, like you know what I'm saying, like they don't have a quarterback, Even Matt Nagy, I already told you there's gonna be a crazy Matt Nagy dialogue, come the end of this season. So it's really Bengals Browns up there, which is like I remember last time the Bengals were good. Remember we used to go up there to the Bengals and it was low-key a game with Andy Dalton, and AJ Green. That's a throwback. Moving on, Chargers.
I think you have to believe.
I think they're shaky.
They're in trouble,
They're
man.
shaky.
Nah,
They're
I
in
think-
trouble.
But they be fine for their lives.
Guy,
bro.
I told you guys that whenever I look at Justin Herbert, his eyes look like he's not only seeing stars, but he's seeing pain too.
Yeah, like they be fine for their lives each game. They're good. I mean, obviously you have Bosa, you have Keenan Allen, you have Eckler, you have Millie Williams.
I think for me, it took one game like that. One game that like you beat a big team, you beat a big rival,
and now it's like,
and then everything
this is
just
possible. You called this
everything
game. You called this game.
yeah, everything just
No,
clicked.
you said they would beat the Chiefs. You said, 'cause I remember we said where's going to be our surprise, and you said this could be Justin Herbert's game that makes him official.
For me, it's that one game, especially in football, where like you beat a team like that, and then you go into every game thinking we could beat anybody.
Yeah, and it was even crazier to me that I highlighted it and I said in the group chat like he made a veteran play and throwing to a receiver that he knew that the DP was gonna have PI on him. That stuff you only see Aaron do. Aaron, even Pat tries to do it. He doesn't even get away with this sometimes. That's a veteran play.
That's a veteran move.
You're your second year.
I think, but then he then showed that he was a rookie. I mean, I don't know obviously what the play call was, but like you don't throw the ball and give Pat Mahomes time.
Yeah,
you
but
you run that in.
But it's one of those. I mean, they
you
could've-
get it. Yeah, no, I
but
get
it's one
it.
of those like, they have to hopefully get all the 3 downs and then score a field goal.
Yeah.
And then you're giving Pat only having to go to the 35, worst case scenario like 40.
But no, I think
versus having to go all the way down.
it was his coming out game, and I think he showed up,
Yeah.
and yeah, now it's just.
I still think they're shaky because these games are coming down to the wire too much.
The guy,
That
people are
Cowboys
saying all these things. It's not even him. His team.
Yeah,
Fight
that old line.
They
That
fight.
O-line is
They don't
scary.
keep him, bro. The guy literally gets the ball and he's losing
No,
yards
but
trying to even throw.
but to me, it's like 2 illegal shifts. They beat the Cowboys. They're 3-0,
Yeah,
and then it's a different conversation.
and they had an illegal shift
That
And
almost
that
screwed
Chiefs
them
game,
up
almost
against the
screwed
Chiefs.
them up, yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think they're shaky. I understand you believing, and I think me and Chicks are definitely on the same page. Lastly, but surely not least, there's definitely more teams we can talk about, but we'll be here forever. Seattle.
in trouble.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
In trouble.
They're in trouble.
They need a.
They need an overall.
They
Y'all got. I mean, granted, y'all were up on Minnesota, but they said, I don't know who y'all think y'all are, but y'all not finna come into our ends and win. And they put up 30 on y'all. 30? 3-0?
hey, they need to call up anybody who can run just to play defense.
Yeah, and they need a running back. They're trying to be this run first offense with no running back.
just let Russ go.
Which makes no sense.
Just let Russ cook. Let him
Yeah,
cook.
It's pretty sad to see. Hopefully they can bounce back. Probably not in this game because they play a tough team this week. But I think they're in trouble. I definitely think they're in trouble.
That team is definitely in trouble.
Yeah, but let's kind of rush through the preview. Brady returns to Foxborough. What does it mean?
Nah, this is gonna be like Brady could have us 3 line up to receive. He's scoring 5 TDs.
I'm not gonna
He's
lie.
going crazy.
The fact that
Hey.
AB is back is scaring me.
Hey, I could be running
It
routes
may
out
be,
there.
It may be 50.
I could be running routes out there. He's gonna hit me right in my chest.
It's gonna be 50.
Yeah, when great players are like, normally like it doesn't take much for when Michael Jordan, they were like, it doesn't take much for him to go and drop 40. But then when you give him a reason,
bro.
So it's like
it may be 50.
Yeah, I feel like the guy he's going to kill.
But if you're going up against Tom Brady in your fantasy league, don't even look. There's
just
put the L.
He literally said, I think it was today. He was like, he's like, Bill didn't even tell me goodbye in person. He was like, but that's how I wanted it.
Yeah,
he
said the breakup wasn't horrible. I'm like, this game's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really bad. I think they may put.
Macaroni and cheese might just. He might have like 5 interceptions, bro.
Not too much.
That guy's getting exposed, bro. That guy's getting exposed.
Speaking of exposed, Cowboys versus Carolina. This is a statement game.
I really hope the Cowboys put 40 on them.
This is a statement game for either team.
I put the Cowboys put 40 on them.
You gotta see, is Carolina
No,
Cowboys are pretty
the Cowboys are frauds because they're not winning a chip, but like the Carolina Panthers are like even bigger frauds because like, bro, there's no reason they should be 3.
Okay, but let's see then. Like they'll have to. That's what I'm saying. That's a statement game to show. Maybe they aren't, and maybe the Cowboys.
The same way Chooks needed Arsenal to win 3-0. Like I need the Cowboys to like.
I think regardless, it's a big game. I mean, everybody's gonna be watching this game, regardless of it already being a Cowboys game. It's gonna be big because Carolina's 3-0. People are starting to rate the Cowboys, and it's very, very disgusting.
The only thing though is when they win this game, living in this city is gonna be horrible, bro.
Bro, three game win streak.
Bro, the thing is with teams like this, like it's always nice because when the tears,
come,
you lick tears off their cheek.
Stephen A says, "I want you up here, so that when they fall, it's a big fall."
But I think Cowboys etched this game out, even though it's in Carolina.
They should win this,
especially if McCaffrey's not playing. I think they should win.
They should win this.
Raiders Chargers. I have who's real and who's fake because Raiders are 3-0.
This is gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good game, divisional game.
Great
game.
This might be the game of the week
in LA. Nah, it's not game of the week.
This might be the game of the week.
Cardinals versus Rams.
Nah, this is better than Cardinals versus Rams.
That's not true.
Rams are smacking the Cardinals. Even though I believe in them, they're getting smacked.
Oh, okay. So now you believe in them. I think this is a close game that comes down to Derek Carr choking at the end of the game. I think the Chargers.
Hey, I don't know. Either way, this is going to be in a nice stadium.
Bro, you saw the Raiders barely beat the Dolphins, right? They're not good.
The defense isn't good.
They went to OT.
But Derek Carr is...
They went to OT against the Dolphins. The Dolphins just scored 0 points last week.
Yeah, they got shut out.
He went to OT.
Hey, it doesn't matter, bro.
Man, as long as Justin Herbert doesn't cry in another game, please free that guy. Let him have one game where he just goes home and...
The only team he won't cry against is the Jets.
Bro, those ones are even... Watching those guys play is like having Mustafi in that offensive line.
Last
They're having
week,
open
at least, we had the NFC showdown this week. Cardinals versus Rams. You think the Rams beat the brakes off of them?
I think the Rams smack up the Cardinals.
Hey, man. North London pride, bro. The Rams are winning Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to win. But I think because of, divisional tax, I think it's a close game that goes down to last drive.
No, I think Kingsbury gets exposed in this game.
I
think he gets exposed.
He exposed, and he was never rated.
But dudes are rating them.
Even though you say you believe I said that's shaky.
Even though I think Kingsbury gets exposed.
Yeah, I think this is a close game only because of divisional tax, but I think the Rams pull it out. Seahawks for San Fran. Both of these teams need to win this game. This
is a good one because they both
shaky.
Bad.
Both need to win this game.
They want it bad.
I think Seattle edges it out.
At the end of the day, Russ is better than Jimmy G, so I'm taking Russ.
Yeah.
Unless there's porn stars in the stands, there's no way.
Nah, when the lights are shining bright, that Jimmy G guy is bad.
He's buns. But okay, that's enough from us. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. See you guys next week.